And so, I got all of my tools. I got my weed whacker.
Oh.
I got my fertilizer.
Oh.
I got my plant babies. I feel like I'm ready for a really great season. How is yours looking?
Oh, it's delightful. My granddaughter, she just bought a hoe.
Oh my goodness, I love a good hoe.
I have so many hoes.
Oh my God,
I was like, what am I gonna do with this extra hoe?
I have so many hoes I don't even know what to do with them. Sometimes I just tell my husband, I say, just go off and use that hoe someplace else.
I had to get a whole different tool shed because I got so many hoes.
My goodness.
I got a whole shed just for all my hoes.
One thing, and I'll recommend this to you.
Yes.
I've started renting out my hoes to other people. Yeah.
When I've used a hoe up, I just throw it out.
I've been there.
Been there, done that. Well, welcome to the Doozy podcast.
Yes,
everybody.
y'all probably thinking, what in the good heavens does that mean?
Well, the word doozy means something that is extraordinary or outstanding of its kind.
And
Sugar!
Good looking. We are not that.
Oh, but we want to be, and we're so close, I can taste the soil.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And so this is the podcast where we are going to give you all the tools you need to become successful in life.
And the best part is, okay, we're going to learn how to be successful ourselves, but we also teach you how to be successful in yourself.
Oh, makes sense to me.
My name is Alex Staub.
And I'm Kirk Koz.
Petunia Koz. No, I'm Alex Sunflower Staub.
Why are you Sunflower? That's my state.
Because I'm tired of being a hoe. Kirk, what are we talking about today?
Well, if you can't tell,
Hoes.
Obviously.
Yeah.
No, guys, this week,
Ooh.
just a few days ago,
Yeah.
spring has sprung. The official first day of spring started.
Spring sprung.
Spring has sprung. And we thought, what is the most cliche thing that we could do? Great hot temperatures are coming. What is synonymous with that? We're going to learn how to garden.
Yes.
We're going to learn how to garden. I want to jump right in, Staub. Have
Yes.
you ever gardened a day in your life?
Don't you mean dig right in?
Oh.
Yeah. Garden. No.
I do not, sugar. No.
No.
Well, let me tell you.
Have you?
Me? Absolutely not. No.
Oh, so absolutely not. So there's no, you would never garden.
No. Well, actually, probably not.
Okay.
But, I don't know. It depends, because there are, actual smart elements to gardening. Like, for instance, when I was growing up, my dad, there was a portion of our backyard.
No pun intended. Because plants grow.
Oh, you're so pretty, darling. My dad, he had a garden that he grew vegetables, and we would incorporate them into our dinners. So that's something.
Well, yeah, what else are you going to do with them?
Stick them up your ass?
The McRib is back. The McRib is back.
No, but that's the only practical.
So you grew up with a garden in your backyard.
Well, a little bit for a time. My dad was using it as kind of a hobby to grow vegetables, and certain things like that. That's
what kind of vegetables?
Oh, I think carrots and corn and things like that, and tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's a practical type of thing that I think gardening can use. I mean, of course, we got plants around us, and some people do it just. I don't even know.
My cat. So my cat, these are plants from my apartment here, and my cat has eaten these. They're half eaten. So we have had this cat has eaten our plants. Okay, peed on our equipment. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm about to put them in the ground.
I'm
Use them
surprised
for some sort of fertilizer.
I'm surprised that OJ, your cat, has not made an appearance on the podcast yet.
Well, Jose, we'll pop. No, we got pictures of him. We'll pop them up here.
But
Jose.
as a guest,
I'll send you as a guest. I could probably put up like a little thing here. I'd have to leash him. Tie him down.
Yeah, but gardening is an interesting thing because it is like a hobby, and then there's some people who take it very, very seriously.
It's a way of life.
It's a way of life,
It's a way of life.
We're entering into a period where it's very hip and happening.
Yeah,
it's the perfect time of the year. Some people
and we're getting older too, so we're gonna have to come up with some shit to
side hustles.
Some side hustles
when we have our houses.
Exactly,
and we're bored of playing video games.
Right. Well, we could just do Farming Simulator
in the metaverse.
In the metaverse. My garden in the metaverse, crushing it. Real life? No.
Not at all.
Absolutely
not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Infested in weeds. But people garden flowers. They garden vegetables, as I was saying.
Yeah.
Is weed production considered gardening?
Could be a garden, yes.
No, for real though.
It's a vegetable.
I'm speaking about that because it is legal here in where we're at. Yeah.
Is it a vegetable or what is it? Because
is weed a vegetable?
Yeah.
Where is it on the food chain? Weed. For me, type in the list. No, just kidding. But. So tell us a little bit about this because you gathered 10 tips for how to garden for this first episode of spring, and we look absolutely ridiculous.
I just Googled is marijuana a vegetable, and the top this is from a credible source here.
Yeah,
marijuana is a vegetable.
No,
marijuana is it says look. Marijuana, when used in food, is used as an ingredient rather than whole, more in the manner of spices or herbs than vegetables. If you eat the fruited bodies, it is fruit, but the leaves and stems remain leaves and stems. It is all vegetable as an animal, vegetable, or mineral. Marijuana is a vegetable. In bold letters here.
And I also followed up with that by saying, how many vegetables should you eat a day?
Yeah. Oh, but then another credible source said, although marijuana can be used as a vegetable, it is much more accurate to call it an herb.
Oh.
So it's a vegetable that you can use as an herb and as a vegetable. So it's an herb that you can turn into a vegetable. Perfect. I'm gonna be a vegetable.
It depends on what it wants to. It depends on what it wants to identify.
All right, cool. But anyway, so I went across the internet. Okay.
Yeah.
And after months of just sowing my seeds,
you really.
Okay?
Well, hey, listen. You really got into the weeds.
Yeah, I got into the weeds of this. Yes.
Yeah.
And I came up with the top 10 tips that you haven't read before.
I have not seen that. I'm ready.
On how to garden. And
this is something I love.
To
these
be
episodes
fair, I didn't really read all of them either. I just kind of copied and pasted.
Which this could go. This could go one of two ways. It could be really great, or it could be like, put it in the ground, water it, take the weeds out. Who knows? Mm-hmm. But what do you say we just jump on in since we have 10 tips.
I'm down to dig on down.
Oh, let's dig on deep down into the soil, babies.
That's it. Number 10, everyone. How to garden. Okay?
Okay.
Decide what you want to grow or do with your garden. Okay? There are many different types of gardens and used for a garden, right? Marijuana, right? So,
yeah.
So think about what your ideal type of garden would provide, okay? Some of the different types of gardens include vegetable garden, right? Which could be marijuana, technically. Okay? This may be the most popular and practical type of garden, okay? By growing your own vegetables, you can save money and increase the number of fresh vegetables you eat, okay? A flower garden. Okay.
What'd you say? A
garden.
A flower garden.
Flower garden. Okay. A flower garden adds beauty to your yard, and it can be a relaxing escape for you after you've smoked up all the marijuana in your other garden from your vegetable garden. Okay. If you are mainly interested
Sorry about that.
If you are mainly interested in beautifying your property, okay, then a flower garden may be the best choice. You can plant perennials.
But, oh my God, perennials. Oh my goodness.
I am an expert gardener, as you can
I've been
see.
out in the sun for a while.
Out in the sun.
And by out in the sun,
Too
I'm
long.
drinking.
Yes. Prenatals, right? Okay. You can plant perennials.
Perennials. Keep
Perennials, okay. Annuals.
going. Annuals.
Oh, annuals. Annuals. Okay, great. Or a mixed garden of penals and anals.
Oh my God.
Fantastic. Okay. You could get a butterfly or hummingbird garden.
Now, what in the world is this, though?
Did you know that butterflies come from the ground? They're a vegetable.
How did they
So
grow
are
that?
hummingbirds. Well, they're more of an herb, to be
Oh my
precise.
God.
Okay. You cannot grow butterflies or hummingbirds.
But
See how that tied in? Right.
Yeah.
But you can plant
Gotcha.
Gotcha. But you can plant flowers that will attract them to your yard. Okay? Like pollen-rich wildflowers, dill, fennel,
You idiot.
and milk duds.
Milkweeds.
And a butterfly or hummingbird garden can be a great type of garden to plan with kids. Okay?
So this is basically a Good Samaritan garden that's just looking after the hummingbirds and butterflies around. They're like, hey, I heard you like milk duds.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Milk duds are a butterfly and hummingbird's favorite movie snack.
Well, the hummingbirds are like, milk duds.
And the butterflies are like, you got some butter I can put on this? Okay, butterflies don't make that sound. Okay, there's one more. I can't believe we're still on the first tip, but...
Wildlife garden. Okay.
What the fuck?
A wildlife garden is one that helps to support the animals in your area by providing them with sources of food and shelter. Okay. These are typically plants that are native to your area, so you would need to learn what your native species are to plan your garden. Okay.
Okay.
So if you got a bunch of like, I don't know, foxes or hawks or I don't know, just kind of, if you live in an area with like mountain lions and stuff like that, I wouldn't really build them a shelter, you know?
Yeah, this seems, I mean, good Lord, these are basic, these are
You can
all
do
of the
so
gardens
many different
that
gardens.
exist.
Yeah, so many different gardens.
There's
you
so
can
many
do.
different gardens, so first off, you got to decide which one. Do you want to be feeding hummingbirds
You
and
could
butterflies?
combine them all and just make it a fucking jungle. That's called the jungle. Yeah.
That's called the Amazon.
Right.
For real, a wildlife
Then you got
garden.
Jumanji outside your backyard there.
I look at butterfly and hummingbird garden and wildlife garden, and I just think, who is the person who's owning that garden? Something happened in their childhood that they were like, I just got to become friends with the local bobcat.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why am I so obsessed with providing for this bobcat? I just want to, it's really what butterfly and hummingbird.
Yeah,
It's a lot of work to
grow
provide
those.
for
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
and not people. These aren't people.
You ever been to a butterfly museum?
I have actually.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, let me tell you something. Okay. Butterflies are a great herb to put on salads. Yeah.
Is this salad made of weed from your vegetable garden?
Yeah, you gotta figure out what kind of garden you want. Would you like wildlife, butterfly, hummingbird, flower, vegetable, marijuana? You could grow poppy seeds that turn into heroin. You could have your garden. You could have a straight up illegal garden. You know what I mean?
Like
Be careful what you're planting.
Well, that's why I initially thought was like, is weed considered a garden? Are all of these weed plants and stuff? Are they just like super badass gardens?
Yeah, they are.
People are tatted up. They're wearing big old suits. They're like, hello, welcome to my garden.
Yeah. Well,
A gram?
Yeah, exactly.
You
Exactly. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a plant that you have to grow and take care of. There's a tenderness and love you have to put into your plants. These plants have been brutally attacked
by a pussycat.
Right.
Well, I think what's going to help with this is, you got to decide which garden. So the top 9 tip is consider how much space you have available.
Right.
So this is going to help you decide. So if you have lots of space, then you can plant a garden in the ground. If you have limited space or simply do not want to plant in the ground, then you can also plant a garden in containers like these. You can grow a variety of different plants in pots and keep them on a patio or a sunny spot of your yard. Some plants even thrive in containers indoors, like these. So using containers may also be ideal if you live in an apartment, like him.
Hey.
So
I would consider this more of like a wildlife garden.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
How often? How many wild animals do you see come in? Well, you own one, right?
Yes, I do.
So frequently.
It's my girlfriend. No, I'm kidding.
So if you, the eyes. Guys, if you live in an area with good soil that is not too rocky or sandy, then growing your garden in ground is a good option. If growing your garden in ground is not a viable choice, then consider buying containers to grow your plants in or building above ground beds. That's another thing. They call some of these plant things, it's like, let me tuck them into bed. Above ground beds are great because they are easier on your back and can be moved around your yard if desired. Make sure the containers or beds are large enough for the plants you want to grow and that they have good drainage. Let me tell you, the other day, I went to bed in an in-ground bed. Oh, my God. I had the worst. I had the worst night of my sleep, but I did above ground last night. It was great.
Yeah.
If you want
the drainage,
it was okay.
Yeah. See, I wet the bed a lot.
Yeah, it's wet.
Yeah. Just to fertilize my wildlife garden. It's good fertilizer. And the drainage.
Piss?
Through trial and error, I'm still trying to figure this out.
We're novices, guys. But if you are limited on space but still want to have your garden outside, then you can grow a vertical garden. These types of gardens use small planters or stacked crates and upright growing plants. Let me tell you, it's already getting too complicated for me.
I built a vertical garden the other day. And
how'd it go?
Yeah, it went straight up. It was good. It was up. It was on the up and up.
Mm-hmm.
The drainage, though, not good. You can grow
a garden anywhere.
You could grow a garden anywhere in any direction, long ways, short ways, back ways, front ways,
girth wise.
Yes, you could this is considered a garden. But don't grow like a butterfly garden in like your closet, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
God damn it! Why? Where are those butterflies?
Exactly, they're dead. Right.
They never showed up.
Yeah, I actually grew weed in college in my closet, and it turned out great.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you put it on salads?
I did. It's more of an herb, really.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. All right, so moving on to the top 8 tip: how to garden.
All right. If you forgot what episode this was.
Yeah.
Number 8, okay? Determine how much sun your plants will get, because they need some sunlight, okay? Many plants require around 6 to 8 hours of full-on sun in their face. Just rays of sunlight, just zzz, right? Like lasers in their face.
Their day job is going to the tanning beds. The natural tanning beds of the sun.
They need that sun, right? If you do not have an area that will provide this much sun, you can still plant a garden, but the plants are going to be depressed. They're going to be angry, okay?
Yeah.
You'll just have to choose plants that thrive in the shade or with less sun. So there are plants that need sunlight, and then there are plants that thrive in darkness. Right?
Or you can
marijuana
you can spend thousands of dollars on a UV light these plants.
Okay? Try checking the area when you plan to grow your garden a few times per day on a sunny day to see how long the sun is shining in that area. For example, you could check at 7 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m., 11, 11:15 p.m., 11:45 p.m.
So
and the sun goes down around 5.
yeah, so just make
So
sure,
maybe-
just make sure you have a,
Yeah.
make sure you have a
If you're
an
outside.
after hours job.
If you're outside and the sun's down, clock that as a no sunlight.
Yeah,
So-
make sure you have a job that is not during the day because
Right.
later in the night you're going to be doing a lot of hoeing around.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, look. Make a note.
I'm looking.
If the sun is shining on that area around that time, okay? If the sun is shining on an area during 2 or 3 of your checks, the sun-loving plants will probably thrive there, okay? Those sun-loving...
Dude, those shade-loving plants,
Those
though,
shade-loving
they're
plants?
like, no, the shade-loving plants are like that one TikTok that's like, the TikTok that's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Good for you. You look happy and healthy. Not me. Like a damn sociopath. They got freaking the shade plants are listening to My Chemical Romance.
They got emo
They got
hair,
freaking
yeah.
emo hair.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, no.
Good for you.
They're
Yeah.
like, no, I don't need the sun. Just
Fuck the
give me some
sun.
fuck the sun.
Yeah, just some emo plants in the shade.
Frankly, what I'm gathering is the
Good for you. Yeah.
frankly, I am gathering that the
And
type
other
of
are
plants.
like, here comes the sun.
Da-da-da-da.
Good for you. Yeah.
But like the type of plants you get, be ready because that's going to really show your personality.
Talk to them. You know, get
Yeah,
their
man,
vibe.
yeah.
Get a vibe check.
Be a plant lady.
Yeah.
But moving on, we're gonna move on to the top 7 tip.
Yeah, how to garden.
If you forgot,
If you forgot.
there's not too many cues.
Maybe you haven't gotten enough sunlight today, you know?
Yeah, maybe you're a shady plant.
Not too many cues.
and can't see across the room.
Yeah.
At all the visual clues.
Sometimes during an episode, we just switch to a different episode. You don't even know.
Yeah, and sometimes there's a tip like this one that is like 3 paragraphs long. So test.
Yeah, baby.
Guys, top 7 tip is test the soil. Good soil will have an adequate amount of time, phosphorus, nitrogen, and potassium.
Ooh.
Find out how much of each you have in your soil and what you need to add more of to get the best growing plants. If you are planting a container garden, then you don't need to worry about this. You can just use potting soil that is appropriate for the type of plants you will be growing. That's another thing we haven't mentioned. I guess you can buy soil at Lowe's. I don't. Where do you even?
The Home Depot.
Home Depot. Guys, you can purchase. Oh, here we go. You can purchase at-home soil testing.
We always
kit.
jump the gun.
No, we always jump.
This is how real we don't know the tip.
Yeah, for real. This just shows that we have no idea what we're reading. Because you can purchase an at-home soil testing kit from many hardware and garden stores. Follow the directions to find out the properties of your garden soil and how long it takes to prep for your plant's SAT.
They need to pass.
Oh, God. You can take soil samples from around your garden and have them sent to your local state-certified testing lab or university extension service. Wait. And for a small fee, they will lab test your soil and send you the results within a week. This is much easier than testing the soil yourself, but it does cost more. You're putting all this money, and they're like, yeah, you can only do shade plants.
I sent. I paid for my plant to go to college, and he flunked.
It's because you didn't test him enough.
I saved up this plant.
Because you probably had, you know what you
Yeah.
probably had? You had a slim, shady plant that was in the sun. Guys, take multiple soil samples. Left hanging. Guys, take multiple soil plants from around your garden to make sure that you are getting accurate test results. Wait, are they going to tell us? We're having to. Do we also have a secret laboratory?
Correct.
And
Correct.
we're like, we have to test. We will
Correct.
build this garden. Guys, test
They
your
brought Henry to the basement.
Oh my God.
They're testing him. I haven't seen him in weeks. He can't. He needs sunlight. He can't do it. He can't become a shade. He comes back. Sup, guys?
What's up, guys? I'm emo now. I'm shady.
Guys?
But guys, test your soil's pH level to see if you need to make changes to balance it. This is very extensive. To do this, use a pH testing kit or make your own test at home.
Or your
and
tongue.
check the soil from your garden. Certain plants prefer different pH levels, but it is best to have soil that is as close to neutral, a pH of 7 as possible. So if you don't have these pH testing kits, just go rob the nearest high school freshman biology class.
Right. Bring your plant to like the nearest hospital or university and just be like, this is Petunia and her pH level is
Could we have a
It's around
transfusion?
a 7, but we want to pump those numbers up.
We need a pH transfusion.
Yeah.
Petunia cannot survive this sun.
Petunia's failing social studies. We just don't feel like she's, being, interacting with the class as much. She's always raising her hand.
She's always raising her hand for some reason, but every answer is wrong. Yes, Petunia.
Petunia, if you don't have anything to say, put your hand down.
Yes. So, God, this is extensive, dude. Soil.
It's gardening. You don't just throw a seed in there and pee on it. You have to test the soil.
You speaking from experience?
You test the soil.
You're like, yeah, that piss will work.
Wow, this soil doesn't taste good. Oh, that's because my dog shat there earlier. Perfect. We'll use it.
This soil tastes like piss.
Are you eating the dirt? No, I'm testing the pH. That's around a 7. Perfect.
Yeah.
It is extensive.
It is
because
extensive.
You are taking something from a seed. And
It is a living thing.
It's a living thing. Some plants prefer this amount of pH. These plants
Plants are moody.
Plants are moody, and
They
people,
are.
and yeah, some of them thrive.
They're
and
just like humans.
It's a whole underground world.
Somehow, you're making me fed up with your puns this episode, and I'm the pun king. Please, let's keep it moving. I gotta test this soil.
Yes.
This tip. My God, you need a whole fucking government section to create a
That's
garden.
right. That you do. You do.
You need different sectors.
That's
Wait
right.
for this, guys. Listen.
Number 6, okay? Research your area, okay? Do research, okay? Check your local listings. Contact the government.
Make sure it's a 10-page paper.
Exactly. You can't just
1,000
plant
words.
something, right? Look, it is important to find out information about growing conditions in your area, okay? Look online. Speak to a local garden consultant, okay?
If I have the right hoe
Right.
that I'm using for my garden,
Yeah.
I grow just fine.
Yeah. Or call your cooperative extensive service, okay? So there's a garden consultant, okay? It's
jobs for everything.
yeah, exactly. I haven't seen you see like billboards, fucking just like it's like a lawyer ad, but it's garden
A garden consultant.
Is your plant abused? Right. Garden consultant. Kirk and Kirk. Petunia and Petunia. Yes.
Petunia and Petunia garden consultant.
Garden consultant. Yeah.
Is your pH level? Is your plant's pH level testing?
You could be
testing?
eligible for compensation. Have you been put in piss soil? Yes.
Is your plant overdosing on pH levels?
Exactly.
Anyways,
Look, find out when frosts start and end on an average, okay? So, you know the right time to plant, okay?
frost. We're talking about like the frosting temperatures, like winterish.
Right.
Bears,
And cake. Planting too early or too late can kill your seeds or plants. You gotta time it just right, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's the beginning of spring. Hopefully, this is when you got to plan.
Right. If you put your if you put your hoe in the cold icy ground, it's not gonna like that.
No, it's not. It's not gonna behave.
No, it's not. It might break. But if you put your hoe in like a nice sunny non-frost ground, those plants are. I mean, the pH level. Let me tell you.
Yeah, they're lit.
Yeah, look, it's vital. It's timing. It's timing to put these seeds in the ground. Okay, it's vital to know when the best time is to start. You really
really specific about where and when you plant these seeds.
Exactly. Learn about your local weather patterns. Okay, you need to understand your local weather patterns. You have to. Okay,
because
that
you're
might
dealing
impact
with
your
some
garden.
plants who are very moody.
Exactly.
They can be very moody, but so far we're realizing, these plants.
I'm never gonna be a gardener.
So far we're realizing this is a lot of work.
Yeah.
These plants are like another girlfriend.
Exactly, right? You got to look up the local weather. You got to time everything perfectly.
You got to plan multiple date nights.
Exactly. Sometimes the pH level isn't good.
And so you don't really get the right
They need sunlight.
soil. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
Anyways.
Anyway.
Look, now once you're a weatherman, okay, look up the best time to harvest your fruits, berries, and vegetables or herbs in your area, okay? Some of these may be straightforward, but some plants require a little more know-how about when the best time to harvest them is. Here's the other thing. I mean, there are plants that just grow in the wild by accident and thrive for fucking forever.
Yeah.
And no one's tending to them or caring for them and blah, blah, blah. They're just in the right place at the right time, and that's what works.
That's true.
But for some reason, we have to lick the roots and test the pH level and pay for their college degree. Something's wrong here. I think the plants planned this, okay?
Yeah.
Look.
I think standardized testing is behind all of this.
Yes. Okay.
What does the SAT really matter?
No idea. Make a schedule, okay, for when each of your specific plants need to be planted based on their habitat requirement and growing needs, okay? Some plants may need to be started very early in the season, while others may not be planting until the summer, okay?
Okay, so this is a good episode.
Yeah.
When we're giving this extensive knowledge to people.
Exactly. But we're going to take a break from all this knowledge.
This is a lot of knowledge. All this research, you know.
Yeah, we'll be right back. We're going to go check our pH levels. Hey, Kirk.
Hey, Staub.
You know what sucks?
What?
When I forget to check the weather and my hoe just isn't working for me.
Oh, my gosh.
And then my plant is flunking out of college, and
just steal all the bets.
I'm just gonna I should do that. Just ruin every bit that you have coming into this. Anyway.
Stop. You know what doesn't suck though?
What?
When you don't ruin the bits, and also Botticelli food.
Oh, baby, can I tell you something?
I guess
that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Listen. I am tired of dedicating my life to the research of
getting on your
plants,
hands and knees in the dirt.
My hands and knees on the dirt, digging down, really planting seeds, and then realizing my garden environment.
You forgot where you planted them.
I forgot where I planted them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you deserve better than that.
I do. I'm tired of that.
You are.
I'm also tired of buying expensive, low-quality foods. I deserve nice things.
Yeah.
I deserve quality.
Yeah.
Plants.
Sunlight.
Food. I need sunlight.
A reachable
But sometimes
pH
I just
level.
want to be in the shade.
That's right.
But sometimes I want to eat some tasty food.
Yeah. You should have a plant that's half in, half out, so it can decide. We're talking about
what
plants,
has
right?
personality?
Hey, but Botticelli's, okay? Can I tell you something about Botticelli's?
You can absolutely tell me something.
I think I'm kind of like Botticelli's. If you're listening to this, I kind of am developing like feelings. Like I got a little crush on you, Botticelli's. I love you. The seeds that we've sown together, have just blossomed.
You've really gotten into the
herb that you can smoke.
It sounds like you've really,
Botticelli's does not sell marijuana.
No, they don't. But it does sound like you've really, like dug deep.
I have dug deep, and dug deep, and you know what else? Botticelli's is dug deep too, with 4 generations in the food industry. You see how I did that?
Whoa!
Okay, look, and they bring experience to your table from the garden. Okay,
they're absolutely
Botticelli's are gardeners.
They're absolutely gardeners. They got that tasty tomato sauce,
olive oil. Those are
olive
olives.
oil. They are
Pasta.
gardening in Italy.
That's you garden
They
pasta.
gotta be yeah, exactly.
Penne comes from vines.
Guys, if you go to BotticelliFoods.com and use promo code Doozy, that's DOOZY at checkout, you can get 10% off all Botticelli food products.
We're talking pasta.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Fertilizer.
Oh.
Olive oil. Balsamics. Butterflies.
Hummingbirds. Wild animals only found in the Amazon.
Haircut.
Yeah. Guys, Botticelli foods are extraordinary and outstanding, just like the shrubberies of Doozy.
Oh, I like that one.
Oh my goodness, my plants are acting up. I'm sorry. I gotta check the pH levels.
Okay.
We'll see you back at the tips.
Hose.
All right, and we are back, and
Hey!
I am exhausted. This is a lot of work.
My knees are killing me.
Oh my goodness.
My back.
Your neck.
My neck. My butterfly.
Your butterfly.
Yes.
And your crack.
And
yes.
my,
Guys, we're just going to jump right in. We haven't even gotten into the physical stuff. We've done the research. The first 5 tips were just research and making sure
now that
you're
you've got
doing
all your
this.
weather patterns done.
Now that it's been 5 years and you've researched the ground that you
You've been
walk
to the
on.
plant shelter. You've picked out your plant. Right.
Now that your plants are out of college, you've educated them.
Yes.
You guys got to gather the tools.
You need tools to garden.
You do need tools to garden. We haven't even
sure.
gathered that. We haven't
go.
even said that yet. Number 5 tip is gather tools to make gardening as easy and relaxing as possible.
Ooh.
It is important that you have all the right tools. Use a shovel,
Yeah.
gloves,
Yeah.
gardening trowel.
Yeah.
Is that a trowel or towel? Look it up.
Trowel.
What the fuck is a trowel?
Well, it's an herb.
You can smoke it. No. Is that a typo?
A trowel.
Trowel?
I know. I have it right here. A trowel is a small hand tool with a curved scope for. Oh, that's what that.
That's what that is. It's called a trowel. The one that's like
trowel. That little
that
scooper thing.
That scoopy thing.
Yeah.
Scoopity-doop.
Scoopy doop.
A pointed blade used to apply and
It's a
spread
gardening
mortar.
tool, yeah.
Okay.
That's what that little shovel is called. It's called trowel. I didn't fucking know that.
Trowel. And
that little gardening shovel is a trowel.
So definitely don't keep your trowels next to your towels during the summer.
Right.
Can you hand
or
me
you
a
might
towel?
shove the. You don't want to.
You guys.
Pass me the trowel.
Other
I meant
tools.
Towel.
Fucking dumb. Other tools.
Who wants to get fucked by a towel?
A garden fork.
Ooh.
Baskets or buckets to hold weeds, because you're going to need to get rid of weeds, and a watering can at least. You can purchase other tools, but it is not necessary for a small. Wait, it looked. Oh, there was a little bit of a. Dude, there was a little
little
dirt on it on the first L, and I thought it's smale.
Smale.
A snail.
Smales?
A snail to medium-sized garden.
Exactly.
So for a large garden, you may also need to purchase a wheelbarrow, rakes, and hose. You need to purchase them. Yeah.
Those rakes and hoes.
Loppers and a post hole digger.
Yeah. So once your post hole, okay?
No.
You put your lopper in your post hole.
Don't do it.
Right? And then take your wheelbarrow and your What's a
Look
lopper?
into it, guys. Listen.
Hey, don't get your garden forks mixed up with your salad forks. Okay, that's
absolutely.
That's a big.
It's gonna really.
thing,
You might come down with an infection or something.
What's a lopper?
Yeah, look that up, guys. The last little bit of this tip is look into installing an automatic sprinkler system if you don't have time.
They're garden shears
or the ability to hand water your garden.
Look at all this terminology.
So lopper is garden shears.
Yeah, lopper is garden shears.
That's.
And then once you put your lopper in your post hole. Well, let me look up post hole.
A post hole digger. What does a post hole digger look like?
Post hole digger.
These are all the tools that you're going to need. This is going to push you back a bit at Home Depot.
It's like an auger. It's like a drill thing. So it's one of those things where you put it in and it opens up. It's like a. Oh
my God.
I mean, so you're going like this, and then you're ripping it open like this. You're shoving in your lopper.
You've applied the proper pH levels before. Everybody's feeling good. You got some music.
Yeah.
You got some emo music or some like.
You've picked out your
Here
plants.
comes the
There's
sun.
wildlife all around you. Gardening
The mood is
very
set.
very sexual.
It's very sexual. It's very sensual.
You got your hose. Yeah, exactly. Your rakes. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of tools involved.
There's so many tools. You need your tools. I gotta have my tools.
You need the good guys and the tools.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 4, everybody.
Yeah.
Once you have your tools, okay, determine if you want to start your garden from seeds. Okay?
Are you planting seeds?
Yes. Because seeds, either you plant it from seeds, or I know people that take like the plant like already full grown and then plop them in there.
In the ground.
So the plant's already there, so you don't have to worry about shit. You just have to lick the soil a couple times to test the pH levels. Okay, many plants do well when you start them from seeds. Okay, check your local garden center for seed packets and look at the label to see how long they take to grow.
Your local garden
your
center.
local garden center. Call them. Hello. This is Petunia.
Hi, yeah. I'm having trouble with my garden. I
got my hose stuck in my lopper.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find a post hole. And then it's like,
digger.
Sir, this is the Madison Square Garden Amphitheater.
Sir, this is Starbucks.
Sir, this is Madison Square Garden. I think you need a gardening shop.
Sir, this is Burger King. Yeah. Look.
Well, you're telling me Madison Square Garden doesn't have a garden, sir? No.
This is Madison Square Garden. Hi, I'd like to
purchase some plants.
Hey.
This is Madison Square Garden.
You're going to tell me that Madison Square Garden doesn't have one garden? Well, the people are the garden. What? Yes. Don't call Madison Square Garden.
Don't call Madison Square
great.
Garden.
Look.
Go for gardening.
Look, call the garden center, okay, not the Madison Square Garden Center, for seed packets, and look at the label to see how long they take to grow. When is the best time to plant them, and how much water they need, okay? Growing from seed can take anywhere from 1 to 4 months, depending on what you are growing.
That's long.
So it is important to plan ahead.
This is like a relationship. You were creating a bond with this plant or vegetable or herb that could be considered a vegetable.
Normally growing from seed takes like 9 months, right?
Oh.
That smells like cat piss.
Yeah.
Look, growing from seed is the cheapest option too, okay?
Is it though? After 9 months, it can get pretty expensive.
It can get pretty expensive
after that. It can get pretty expensive. You're like, I need to buy another bag for it.
Full-grown plants purchased from a gardening store can cost anywhere from $1 to $100,000,
Wait,
depending
no,
on
this
what
is
college they
it's
go
a
to.
50 And listen, the plan is not going to be paying off because
Yeah.
you're going to have to pay off that cost.
Yeah, you are, yeah. Look, growing from seed, okay, has the advantage of allowing you to start the seed in the container and keep it indoors or put it right into the ground. However, planting a seed in a container and starting it indoors may result in a healthier plant than starting outdoors in the ground. It may also provide your plant with an earlier start since you do not have to wait for the last frost.
So,
Indoor plants do better than outdoor plants. It's wild out there.
yeah.
It's wild. It's a crazy world out there for those plants.
So
Even inside, these plants aren't safe.
yeah, you got a wild animal chewing on them, thinking it's lettuce.
Yeah, so determine how you want to start your garden.
This all loops back to the beginning. Do you want to be planting things that need like seeds?
Yeah.
Or are you buying the plant and placing it in there with the fucking research that you've done that, okay, it's okay if I dig a hole with my freaking
Lopper.
It's too sexual.
Post
oh my god.
hole.
Put my post hole.
Once you've opened up the hole with the lopper, the
no.
post hole digger goes in and pulls out the hoe. So let's move on. We're in the top 3 tips.
Yes,
everybody.
guys, we're finally in the top 3 tips, and guess what?
Hurry up, my plants are
We're
dying.
finally taking action because the top 3 tip is plant your seeds or plants.
Just
fucking do something already. It's been a year.
The last 50 tips. Look, Google.
Guys, dig a hole twice the size and the same depth as the root ball or as indicated on your seed packet. God, this is more and more drug-related status. All right.
What's the root ball on that?
What's the seed packet on this?
Yeah.
Oh, 5 inches. Let's go. Let's go for 10.
Yeah.
Guys, the depth will vary anywhere from between 1/4 of an inch to 2 inches for seed depth, depending on what you are planting. It does not matter if you are planting in a container or in the ground, using the depth guidelines provided on the seed packet. These seed packets, they're important.
They are.
Look up a seed packet for me. Don't dig a hole that is too deep, though. Just like with your hose. You know, you don't want to dig too deep of a hole with them.
I'm looking up seed packets. Sorry.
Only dig far enough to allow room for
Oh,
all.
they look nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Only dig far enough to allow room for all of the roots without covering up the stem or leaves. The soil in the ground should level with the soil of the plant you are planting.
So, seed packets, they have a lot of fun with like seed packets, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what you can do is look up the seed. You can see which seed packets attract certain insects. Like the seed packets have all the info on them.
They're really colorful.
Yeah. There's one seed packet that's for bees, right? That you could grow flowers that bees will come to. And it's called the bee's knees.
Oh, no.
They're having fun here.
They're having fun here.
Yeah.
The plant community is so clever. It's
Exactly.
probably because they've done enough testing.
There's one called Wildflowers, and it's a bunch of sunflowers that are lifting their shirts.
Count me in.
Yeah.
The last little bit about this plant your seeds and plants tip is gently set each plant into its hole. Gently, so as to not damage any part of it. Not a single part of it. Use your finger. Guys, this is foreplay.
Slow it down, Kirk.
Slow it down. Use your fingers or a trowel to slowly scoop dirt back into the hole over the roots. How's that feel, honey? If the plant you're planting...
Let the dirt just wash over you.
Let it wash over you. If the plant you're planting is root bound, meaning the roots are wrapping around that container. Oh my God.
Sugar.
Stay with me, sugar.
Ooh, here we go.
Stay with me. Gently massage and loosen them for planting. It's okay. Loosen up, honey. Loosen up. Loosen up. I don't mean no harm. I'm trying to plant.
You like
This massaging and loosening will help the plant roots spread out into the surrounding soil instead of continuing to wrap around that root ball, choking itself out. Don't choke yourself out. Don't let them choke it.
Special move.
Don't let them choke themselves out.
Yeah, so you kind of take it. Use your thumb, right? You thumb the back of the leaf with the stem coming out. Kind of thumb the.
Is that what feels good?
You kind of they like it when you thumb them.
I feel like
right
the plant doesn't have enough of a voice to say like
make sure
that's
you
not how
ask
you
for
make me
consent
feel good.
First.
Yeah,
right, exactly. Consent first before you.
It's like slow circles around my stem. Jesus.
Right, slow
circles and don't rapidly speed up. Okay,
exactly.
If I like the slow circles, don't rapidly speed up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
I'm almost there.
Stop.
I lost it. Start over.
I'm
right.
trying to not wrap around your root ball.
All right. I've been going down on this plant for an hour.
I've been trying to set this soil for
I've been
an
jerking
hour.
this plant up for an hour. It won't. I can't root it in.
Yeah, guys. Now that is, I don't even want to touch any more on that. That is very extensive, very obvious. You got to be really gentle with these things.
I like how it goes. Right. At the end there, continuing to wrap around the root ball, choking itself out.
This plant's got a fetish. This plant is into BDSM.
Grab your plant by the root ball and choke it up.
Oh, you like that?
Choke it up, play it out a little bit. Grab
and then slowly, in circles,
yeah.
massage and loosen the stem. Guys, we're the top 2 tips.
And you know that there are some freaks out there for plants. You know that they are.
Oh, I'm sure.
There is,
I'm
100%.
sure a plant has been violated too many a time.
Yes. And people have probably been violated as well. Look, we're in the top 2.
Well,
and these ones are
Little Shop of Horrors exists.
Exactly.
The popular musical.
Exactly. Number 2. Keep an eye out on your garden and weed it regularly. Okay? Give it weed. Okay? Keep an eye on your garden. Once you've planted everything, you've fondled the root balls. Okay? You've choked it out just a little, just enough.
Just enough for...
Just enough for that plant to spread its roots out.
You know, you got to have a safe word.
Right.
You got your hard nose and your soft nose.
Exactly.
You know?
Look, now you have to watch it. Okay? You got 4 months for that fucking plant to grow. You have to keep an eye on it. And I'm picturing Jose, can we get like a picture of like just some dude,
super hot plant?
Some dude like creeping through the shades, looking at his garden. Just some creep looking through the shades. Keep an eye on your plants. Not in a creepy way, though. Check out your neighbor's plants. Just some guy looking across the street, checking out his neighbor's plants.
That plant needs a little bit more massaging and loosening around the root ball, if I do say so myself.
Fuck, I want to choke that plant out.
Fuck, I want to choke that plant.
I want to choke that plant. Keep an eye on your plants, because there could be predators, okay?
There could be predators out there.
Your neighbors might be checking your plants out.
We're just giving you an idea of what might be out there.
Right.
Don't come at us.
Why are you coming at us?
These people exist.
Exactly,
If you can imagine it, it exists.
Exactly.
Anyway, what were you saying?
I don't remember.
Anyways, let's just wrap this up. We're in the top 1 tip.
My pH levels are on the... Yeah.
Well, somebody needs to massage or loosen your root ball.
God, I want to choke you out.
Guys, the number 1 tip is harvest your garden.
It's okay. She likes it.
When your garden has grown.
Number 1 tip.
Number 1 tip is harvest your garden. When your garden has grown to maturity. Oh, no. They weren't mature this whole time.
Make sure I'd say, okay, yeah, choke your plants out, but when they're mature, I'd wait till they. All right,
Sometimes you
weird.
need these. Sometimes you need these formative
We're talking
experiences.
about plants. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about plants. Don't come at us, guys.
Yeah.
Harvest your garden, because when your garden grows to be mature, you got to harvest the fruits of your labor. Carefully pick or cut vegetables, berries, herbs, weed, flowers for use in your own home. Or simply enjoy walking and relaxing in your garden if you have created it to just be a beautifying of your property.
Yeah.
Which some people do.
Yeah.
You know, they're just like
Yeah, but it's important to wait to harvest your plants when they're of age. So
I could not agree more.
yes. You know, I actually want to try this whole garden thing out now.
Really?
Yeah, maybe it's.
Is it just because you're thinking about something else?
You know what? I think we're trying this gardening thing out.
I think we're on the same
I
page.
think we're on the same page. You ever seen that video with the sunflower taped to like the railing and like it's like in a hurricane?
Yeah, and it's like,
I'm a survivor. And it's got like the face on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yep.
Well,
Hey, well, those are the top 10 tips. Were those 10 tips?
those were 10 tips.
Yeah.
Gardening tips.
Exactly. On
And
how
my
to
God,
garden.
I'm exhausted.
Happy spring. Yeah.
Hey, happy spring. You know, this is a tip for all those people who, I don't even frickin' know, if you want to brighten up your space or,
Yeah.
I don't know, you want to grow food for yourself even.
You're
You want
lonely.
to have bug pets or even wildlife pets that you don't own that come and go.
You smoke weed.
You smoke weed. You have a really sick fetish. You know,
Yeah.
all these stuff. This is for you.
Plants. You could do so many things with plants.
Please comment what your favorite tip was, guys. And if you have a tip for how to, garden, then send us a comment or tweet us. You know, we're on Twitter.
Yeah. We'll probably be in jail after this episode.
Oh my God.
But they're just plants. And look, yeah, we're on Twitter. Share this with your friends. Share this with your local botanists. Share this with the FBI. Share this with the government. Share this with Madison Square Garden. Okay?
Tag Madison Square Garden
Exactly.
in all your planting videos.
Yeah. Subscribe to everything. Buy some Botticelli's.
YouTube.
Botticelli's comes from the garden. They're
fresh ingredients.
Farm to table right there.
Farm to table, fresh ingredients from Italy.
Yes.
It's incredible, delicious. Guys, and if there is something that you want to learn about and have us teach you while we also learn about it at the same time, let us know.
How to choke out a plant. Nice. Makes sense to me.
Guys, we'll see you next episode. My pH levels are all over the place. I don't feel safe with myself or with him. I feel like
I'm going to go final some root balls.
I'm going to go do some hoeing around.